This may seem like an odd comment, but I think that he's very, very smart. He clearly did very well at Yale. He is clearly capable of thinking about big ideas. But, you know, Ronald Reagan was probably equally smart, but he also understood that he had to communicate so that everyday folks understood it. One of Trump's great advantages is he talks at a level where third, fourth, and fifth grade educations can say, oh, yeah, I get that. I understand it. And in fact, Trump has now made the Republican Party the party of working Americans in a way that probably hasn't been true for almost 100 years.
Hold on. Newt Gingrich just said that the advantage that Donald Trump has over Ron DeSantis is that he speaks to people at a third, fourth, and fifth grade level, and they go, oh, I get that now. Talking about MAGA supporters, I guess Republican supporters in general, voters out there, the advantage that Donald Trump has is that he only speaks at the highest fifth grade level. And they're like, that's our guy. That's our guy. A fifth grade education should run this country. I didn't say it. Newt Gingrich just said it. Some folks responded to it. One person over on Twitter said, the fact that he speaks to children says everything you need to know about the educational level the right is shooting for. Again, this is not going to be a discussion about people who maybe didn't make it very far in school and how they have a lesser contributions to society and into their own lives. We're talking about political figures up to this level of Newt Gingrich, Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis that are openly talking about how the target audience is people who haven't been educated to that level because, I guess this is where I'm filling in the blanks, they're easier to manipulate and fool and lie to and give false facts. And they go, that's right, because that's our guy. That's the target audience. There's more folks that respond to this. Another person over on Twitter said he appeals to the lowest common denominator, 100%. Hashtag math. One more, you guys. Juanita Deckard. I really don't think that plays like they think it does. Absolutely not, but maybe it kind of does. That's exactly what it is that they want to appeal to. It's who they want to appeal to. But there's one other part, Dan, that it was in my mind before you jump in here. Newt Gingrich is also talking about, this is the first time in like whatever modern level of history that the Republican Party then appeals to the working class American. Again, he thinks the working class American doesn't have anything better than a fifth grade education. That's how much they respect folks. That's why they think you don't deserve normal livable wages, health care, an opportunity to purchase a home, rent a home at this stage in the process for beating people down. They're like, these are lower level peons who have no education and actually have nothing to do with our society except to be my foot soldiers and my workers to help me increase my billions. That's the thought process. I've said it so many times, Dan. The only people left to hear this are the ones that they keep telling it to, their supporters.
In defense of Newt Gingrich, No. So I have a really interesting thought process on this. Like I think your point is agreeable, but I know Newt Gingrich is part of this multi-decade Republican project that is not only a political project, but also part of a societal one to get Republican voters and conservative voters to reject liberal institutions, to reject technocracy, technocrats, and that kind of thinking. And listen, I'm as a leftist, I'm constantly trying to think of ways that I can express socialism, express communism, express things like dialectical materialism without saying words like that just kind of fly over people's heads and make me sound like Pete Buttigieg trying to convince you to buy a used car, right? So I think there's something to be said with, you have to reckon that Republicans have ruined the educational system so badly here that you have to do a lot of deprogramming and use very simple words to do these things. I think it's a challenge, but as communicators of politics, it's possible. But secondly, I think you can also see that he's definitely really condescending to his audience and his voters. And it's part of a long-term Republican project to be like, hey, don't trust regular universities. We've got Prager University for you. So I think Newt Gingrich knows all about this. He's just going, yes, my precious, continue to, bad movie reference, but like, yes, continue to, you my sheep, come to my pasture and let's figure this out. Let's work for me.
Well, as you continue to use them, exactly. So that's, it's a lot of times is the point, but also it's based off of whenever they feel like shifting those goalposts to whatever's beneficial to their argument. Laura Ingraham started that question by saying, Ron DeSantis did well at Yale. I remember there was this guy who went to Ivy League college and he ran for president. He was a black guy and he won a couple of terms. I remember the fact that he went to Harvard was a big problem. Look at this elitist, educated person. How dare he? They literally, that was the negative on Obama, was that he was too smart. Now you can be smart as Ron DeSantis as long as we know that you're dumb later, and you can be an absolute idiot if you're Donald Trump as long as you continue to talk to people like they're in 3rd grade.
Donald Trump went to Penn. That's an Ivy League school. It doesn't seem like it, but sometimes you get Cenk Uygurs, sometimes you get Donald Trumps. It's a place.
Well, I mean, rumor has it that he didn't even work once he was there either. I just remember those stories.
Those are the results, yeah.
Absolutely. So Newt Gingrich calls out exactly who their supporters are, and I'm wondering if they're gonna finally understand that they don't like you. They in fact are using you.